Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Council Latta?
Mr. President, we did have several neighborhood meetings with several of the people in this room, and while the support was not unanimous, and many of the concerns that have been talked about here were talked about there, after looking at 2 rounds of biddings in several projects, compared to the other projects that were on the table, with consideration of the fiduciary responsibility that the city has to maximize revenue for this, to pay for our high school debt, this was the project that the majority of the room asked the administration to approve.
Thank you. Sir? I gotta find out. Just your name and address, sir.
Robert Iafredi, 95 Balch. With all due respect to Mr. Latner, no one ever said the neighborhood approved of this project. This is something he said. We never had a show of hands, nothing. I get a letter in the mail, and in the newspaper article says that the neighborhood is overjoyed at this project. Who'd you talk to?
Mr. Iafredi, there were 8 of us in the room right there after several public meetings, after a meeting with 35 to 40
and who
people.
told you, yeah, we approve of this?
That was the consensus of the room. I stated specifically
I
that it
must have
was...
missed that one.
Sir, please. I stated specifically that it was not unanimous. I know you haven't supported, you've supported the most minimum development possible for this piece of land. But you've been consistent in that position, and I respect that position. But the 2 bids that came in with minimum development did not generate the revenue for this property that the administration was hoping to get.
It's just about revenue, right?
Well, it's a property that was surplus long before I was on the council.
What about the property of our properties? We generate revenue for the city too we pay our taxes every year.
As we all do here, sir.
Excuse me?
I mean, I pay my taxes as well.
Yeah, I know that, but this isn't across the street from your house.
No, across the street from my house is the DPW.
Well, that might be better because you get your street plowed first. And listen, with all due respect to these people, they get a beautiful presentation. They really do. The only thing that my gripe was the parking lot. With the lights are going to be on 24 hours a day. When I look out my front door, I'm going to see a football field. It's going to be lit up like a football field. I know that's a safety thing, but it's not fair to us that we're going to look out our windows and see these lights on 24/7. And as far as the traffic study goes, you talk about the middle school, that was for 5 days a week. These cars are going to be operational 24/7, right?
The traffic, I'm just going by the numbers I've heard in the room tonight, sir.
Yeah.
The same numbers
Yeah,
you've
but you
heard.
know, if you sit on my porch, it's a parking lot between 3 and 7. Every evening is a parking lot. So what you're saying is that this project's not going to affect that at all.
The school as it existed, when it was a school, had more traffic than...
Yeah, but that was 5 days a week up till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, you know, we're talking apples and oranges.
You're talking a net reduction of almost 100 car trips a day. Reduction.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand your concerns.
I think
with
we're going to
traffic.
have to agree to disagree on this one.
All right, fair enough.
Because what